Yo, what's up, Premium Chasers? In today's video, my goal is really simple. For me to hit this juiced button for you and for you to collect your first options trading premium using the new wheel strategy that I have developed. Whether you're a busy professional, you have a successful career, doesn't matter. You're not somebody that wants to go gamble buying options. Instead, you want to be the house collecting that juicy premium from those silly little options buyers. Today's video is for you. Without further ado, let's go over the shoulder. All right, guys, now don't forget, one lucky commenter down below will win a free one-on-one options strategy call with me personally. But today we're going to be talking about this new 2025 wheel strategy, which I believe I like to have developed. But again, as you're going to see, I'm not a really smart guy by any stretch of the imaginations, but I do a few key things right. I keep things extremely simple for myself, and especially since I'm a busy person myself, which I'm assuming if you click this video, you probably are. You have a kids, you have a business, you have a great career. You want to still be involved in the markets, but you don't want to be day trading. You don't want to be creating abstract art. I call them, you know what I call those options buyers, guys? Or those options buyers? Yeah, I call them the Picassos of the candlesticks, all right? Because they're gamblers. I'm going to show you a strategy today where you're not going to be a gambler anymore. Instead, what you're going to be is you're going to be the house. You're going to be the casino, and all of those little options buyers are all those desperate people walking into the casino, and you just collecting them chips, baby, all right? And guess what? When you do collect those chips and you collect that first premium for yourself, I'm gonna hit you with the juice button. All right, so make sure you obviously like, comment, subscribe, guys. We keep it lighthearted here. If you don't like that, this isn't the place for you, but I try to keep things fun here, guys. So let's start over the shoulder. So first and foremost, I'm going to assume you know nothing about the wheel strategy. So first thing, I just want to explain to you high level what it is, okay? Number one, right? You go out there and you're able to purchase a stock at a price that you decide and get paid cash up front for that. Two, you are able to then sell stock at prices you choose and get paid a premium for that. I'm going to start this video a little bit differently than previous ones, and I want to kind of show you guys an example of what I mean. So let's look at NVIDIA today, and don't hate how I say NVIDIA. Now I just do it on purpose to piss off the haters, all right? So it's trading at 127, down 3% today. So I'm just going to go over to the trade option section. The broker doesn't matter, guys, what you're doing here. It's going to be kind of the similar kind of the strategy doesn't change, just the like layout might be, okay? But what you want to be, you don't want to be clicking buy, you want to be clicking sell, right? Now in this case, we're saying, hey, I want to go and buy NVIDIA, all right? So instead of a call, we're going to click put, all right? And I'm just showing you guys a quick little example. We're going to get into, more of the nitty gritty here. I just want to show you guys how this works. Now from here, we're selecting an expiration date. That basically means the day that this is the day that we're willing to buy those shares. So I'm just going to select March 28th, which is about 29 days away. Actually, I'll do 36 because I like to be at least 30 to 45 days out. So I'm selling a put, right, on April 4th. And I'm going to say, you know what? I'm willing to buy, if NVIDIA drops to $120, I'm totally willing to buy it, right, on April 4th. Now, what the market will actually do for you here is we'll give you $504.96, right? You can see it's changing because the market's open. Let's just say $500. Now, I'm going to go over to my cash secured put, super simple man's calculator, just to calculate our return here. So this is credit. This is actual cash that will be given to you immediately just for saying you're going to do this. Whether it happens or not, you're given this cash up front. It's credit, right? And so make sure doesn't say debit, because a debit you're paying for it. I mean, it probably means you're on the buy side, right? Now, if you're wondering where this $515 is coming from, it's coming from that options buyer. You as an option seller, that's all we are. We are the only community on YouTube that is only dedicated to option sellers. Listen, I keep things simple. It works for me, and I know for you as a busy professional, you're a busy person, busy career, this is the best strategy. Don't go down the rabbit hole of like buying options and stuff. That's super risky. I don't like losing money. If you like losing money, go do that stuff, but eventually you'll find your way back. Right? So I like collecting premiums and name my price. I like naming my prices and collecting money, right? So right here, you could see like I said, I'm willing to buy it at 120 and I will collect, let's just say $500 because it keeps changing, right? We'll get that cash up front. I'll go to my simple man's cash secured put calculator and I'm going to put just $500, right? That's my premium right here you're seeing that I'm collecting. Premium, I'm putting that. Now, we do need to put up some money to do this, guys, to make this. And this is why I made it this channel, to be good. I think a lot of you guys forget from some of the videos I launched. Dude, this is for those of you that are like busy people. You already got like decent sized portfolios. My recommendation is to at least have like $2,500, $5K to do this. The more the better though. Like the stuff gets fun when you start hitting like, $100K, 250,000, really fun once you start managing a 7-figure portfolio with this stuff, baby. It's crazy. So to do this, you're going to need some collateral. Okay. And that collateral is you saying you're going to buy 100 shares. So our collateral will be 120 times 100. Every options contract is 100 shares. So when I put 1 up here for my contract, you can see it even tells me 100 shares. So if I just bought 1 contract, right, I need to at least have, right, the money to be able to buy these shares at the price I chose, which I said I'm going to buy them for, $120 right here, right? So that's 120 times 100 is $12,000. So I would need $12,000 in my as collateral, margin, cash, whatever it is, right? But take a look at this, baby. 4% return on your collateral. Please let me know where you're getting that. Your T-bills are doing that in a year, not even anymore, all right? This is the power. And again, I don't want to hype you up and give you unrealistic expectations, because there's some stocks that are more risky versus some that are, more stable, that aren't as juicy returns. My rule of thumb on collateral return that I like to aim for, me personally, this is not financial advice. You have to decide your own risk tolerance and the companies that you love. I'll give you guys all the tools and stuff that you need. I like to be between that 2 to 3%. If it's more, sometimes I just need to understand there's a little bit more risk. But in this case, like Nvidia is one of the most valuable, one of the most valuable companies in the world. So in my opinion, is this a risk? I don't know. You got to make that decision. To me, it's like, it's a great company. Like I'm fine holding the bag, and I'm naming my price, right? Current market value is 125 on Nvidia, right? But what were we at? And you could see it's been kind of trading like a meme stock, right? It was at 141, like 10 days ago, not even so this was traded like a meme stock, right? That volatility is what enables the premiums to be juicier. So if you're wondering, hey, how do they decide what this premium is going to be? That's a great question. It can be kind of complex, but the way it works is the easiest way to look at it is the more volatile a stock is, the more it goes up and down, right? Up and down, like in short periods of time. That's volatility of a stock, right? The more that premium is going to be. Right. So you could see Nvidia here, like it's ping ponging, right? Like one day it's 132, next day it's 127. Right now it's like 125, right? Not even a week ago it was at like 140, right? Like down, not even at the start of the month, right? It was at 116, right? So that's that crazy volatility. And you'll see the same thing on companies like Tesla as well. That volatility is just absolutely insanity. And for that, you as an option seller collect even more premium. And the way I love to look at this premium that I collect, it's like free shares that you're getting. Now, of course, you can go and use this money. You could deposit it into your bank account and use that money for whatever you want. But my recommendation is stack that premium. And you could do either a few things with this money, right? One, you can go reinvest it into like your monthly buy portfolio, which I recommend you have, like major Vanguard index funds and things like that are like stable, that expose you to these big companies. But this side of the portfolio is all about locking in those real tangible gains. I cannot stress that enough, how important it is that you lock in real tangible gains in this. I force myself as an option seller to sell my stock. So let me show you the other end of this and what it looks like, right? So let's say now, Nvidia, you do own 100 shares. Let's say you did buy it, like, I don't know, like let's just say you bought it around like 120 or 125, whatever. Let's just say 125 for the sake of simplicity, right? You bought Nvidia around 125 and you own 100 shares of it now. Well, now what we can do is we could sell calls against our shares. It's called the covered call, where essentially now we are collecting rent on our stocks. Sounds confusing, but let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm just going to go over to trade options here. We're not a silly options buyers, right? We're collecting those checks. We're going to click sell, and now we're selling a call. Now we're going to select our expiration date out. I'm just going to select that same date of April 4th right here. And now here is where we get to select the price that we would be willing to sell it for. Now, here's a big debate I get into, a big debate with this strategy, guys, especially on TikTok. I don't know if it's that TikTok brain. I don't know what's in the water over there on TikTok, but a lot of you are like, hey, if you sell those shares, you're missing out on so much upside. You're missing out on a ton of upside, Pete. Why would you sell your shares? Well, because if we go back to my number one rule is, one, I stick to my plans, and two, my goal is to lock in gains with this portion of my portfolio. Okay. Like, it's so important to understand that I'm not going out there and not going to lock in gains. I can't stress it enough. So if I bought it at 125, my goal is to get out of it, preferably as soon as possible, collect more premium, and then even collect something called the appreciation money, right? That's the appreciation sale of actually selling the stock. So let's say you did buy it at 125 and you're totally willing to sell it if it gets to, $135 a share. Right here, I can click that and you could see that I would actually, if I do one contract, which is representing 100 shares, if I sell those 100 shares, I would collect another $515. Now, here's a little catch 22. The closer you get to the money, and I don't want to confuse you because if you're a beginner just getting into this, like with the terms and stuff, the closer you get to the money, what the current share price is trading at, the juicier premiums will be. So that depends. That's your risk tolerance. If you really just want to get in and out of a stock real quick, let's say you bought it at 125, now you want to sell it real quick at 128, like you would collect here, in that case, $820 of premium as the collateral. My recommendation is don't do that, right? Because you want to get, like, again, it would be great that you sold it and you made money, but like your appreciation sale will be so much better if you wait till like sell at like a 125 or something like that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out to this 135 right here, which is, let's say you bought it at 125 and you're saying, hey, you know what? I'm totally cool selling it at 135, right? So I'm going to click continue right here and I'm just going to select one because we only have 100 shares, right? We're just assuming. Now you could make these numbers whatever you want, guys. Like if you have 500 shares, you go put 5 contracts here and you're going to collect juicy premium. I'm just going to do one for the sake of this example, right? And you can see I collect $510, $520. We'll just say $520 because now it's 530s. So we'll just say 520 for the sake of this example as collateral. Now I have another calculator here, and this is our super simple man's covered call calculator, right? And so I'm going to put 520 as my premium. I'm collecting that, again, that cash up front for this. Now, my strike of option, that's the price of which I would be willing to sell it for, okay? What is that price of the option I'm willing to sell it for? I said 135, right? And I'm going to put 135 right here. My purchase strike price is the price that you purchased your shares at. Okay, what was the price that you purchased the shares at? I'm just going to put 125 right here. Okay, now I'm going to see what my premium return is. Similar to our cash secured put, our selling a put premium, right? 4.16%. So basically the way I calculate this is I just times this number. So what that purchase strike price is basically just 100 times the strike price. So 12,500 and then divided by the actual premium collected, which gives us our 4.16%. Now, if this trade comes through and you're let's say, NVIDIA, it gets to 135 on April 4th and you actually have to sell your shares, right? You'll collect another $1,000, right? So that's, again, 12,500, right? And 13,500. You bought them for 12,500 and you sold them for 13,500. That's a $1,000 difference. So you're making a profit on your shares of $1,000 for a total profit on this trade of $1,520, right? And then what I like to do is I'll add in my premium that I collected on the put side as well. And you'll see what we actually collected. We collected $2,020. You could see that right here in the bottom right-hand corner. So let's see what our total return on that collateral would have actually been. So I'm just going to put 2020 here because we originally started with, and we'll just put that as 12.5 just for a sake of example, because that's what, let's say we bought them for $125. That will give us total on this trade as 16%. That's awesome. But again, I want you to have reasonable expectations here. I wanted to set that framework before we continue on here because this is what's possible with the wheel strategy. Now, does this always happen? Absolutely not. All right, let's go in and now that you kind of saw like a basic example, let's talk about how the strategy works and what makes it really new and what we do kind of here as option sellers, okay? So I call this the quad options strategy, okay? And I do have a full training down below. There will be a link for those of you. It's about an hour training class that I did. It is free for you. Click the link and watch that training because it's going to go into way more depth than I can here on YouTube, okay? So make sure you go click down below. You'll see that. But the quad option strategy essentially combines 4 powerful sources of income with the option selling. Number one, as you saw, the cash secured puts. We are deciding at what price we are purchasing a company at, right? In our case, it was NVIDIA, and we collected $500 in premium. covered calls, right? That's us now having 100 shares of a stock and then putting them out in the market and collecting additional premium. Then if they do get sold, we collect that appreciation sale. And then lastly is the dividend that the company gives us. Listen, oftentimes with this strategy, you might be stuck holding a stock for a little bit of time, okay? And that's not a bad thing, right? It's not a bad thing, especially if it's a company that you believe in, right? And you got it in at a price that you chose, right? But what makes it even better, this strategy, is if you do it on stocks that provide a decent dividend, right? 3, sometimes even 6+% dividend, right? So now we're running our covered calls, right, on our 100 shares. We're collecting the dividend as well. So we are essentially collecting premium on a monthly basis, and we're collecting that dividend on a quarterly basis from that company. So we're essentially getting 2 sources of income just from there, right? It's huge, right? And I always like to look at premium, right? It's like renting out your stocks, or right, like manufacturing a monthly dividend from your stock. It's amazing, right? So these are like 4 sources of income that we really combine here with our quad option strategy. And this is the strategy I've been now using for about 7 years, managed 7-figure portfolio, multiple 6-figure portfolios with this strategy. And I truly believe for somebody that's like a busy person, busy professional, whatever, like, it's not difficult. You just need to spend a little bit of time learning this stuff and you're going to be a beast. I always tell people it takes about a year to become a beast at this, right? But it is truly a game changer, right? Name me any other kind of opportunity, if you want to look at it, or trading strategy where, to me, again, not financial advice, but to me, this is a win-win. Like, if I'm doing this on companies that I love and I like, I'm buying them at prices that I chose and I'm comfortable and collecting cash for it, right? I'm selling them at good prices that I choose, right? And collecting appreciation sale and covered call premium, and then even collecting a dividend from them. Like, to me, it is a win-win. The only time it's not a win-win is when you start looking at these really sketchy companies that, maybe offer an amazing, like, sometimes you'll see some of them, guys, and you'll see these other YouTubers pumping that stuff, right? And like, that's not here. If you want that, this isn't the place for you. But those, right, they're a lot more risky, right? So you have to be extremely careful with those, because they might give you amazing premium, but guess what? If you have to get assigned, that stock might never recover and even might end up going bankrupt, right? So to me, like, you only lose at this is if you go into companies that absolutely make 0 sense. So I do recommend you go click the link in the description of today's video. It will be the first link. Register for that free training workshop. It's about an hour long. I'm not here to waste your time, guys, but I'm going to walk you through in much more depth, especially if you're a beginner, of what our quad option strategy looks like. And then make sure you tune in every single day here. I'll leave other links down below. Join our free mastermind group. That's where we hitting that juice button for everybody that's collecting that premium. And then there's also a newsletter that you can join down there. Immerse yourself in this stuff, learn this strategy. I release new content here every single day for you to make you a better options seller, guys. So make sure you hit like, a comment for your chance to win also a free option strategy call with me. Remember, guys, sell options, collect premiums, repeat. I will see you tomorrow.